Hi everyone, welcome to the Severed vlog. My name is Ella and I've rewatched Severance probably 3 or 4 times. I am the biggest fan. I love looking at all the theories and just the edits, everything that is Severance. So this specific series is going to be all about the fan theories. We're just going to talk about them, talk about what evidence they have, and kind of my thoughts on them. So if you're interested in all the theories out there, this is definitely a series that you're going to want to follow. So today we are going to talk about what the hell Lumon Industries is. So stay tuned for the two biggest fan theories on what Lumon Industry does and what they stand for. Okay, so the first theory is that Lumon Industries is a cult. And yes, this is a little crazy, but honestly, the evidence behind it makes sense. So the first thing I want to talk about is the actual severance procedure. They put a chip in their brain and it separates their innie from their outie. Their innie is their work life, their outie is their personal life. That's fine, but it kind of makes it seem like they're hiding something. And the way that they talk to people that they want to be severed probably is along the lines of Scientology. I don't know if you've heard of Scientology, but it's all these benefits, but then in reality, it's a billion-year contract. It's a cult they can't get out of. So I think that kind of adds up to like the whole severance thing and severance procedure, let alone they're on their own severed floor. So the only people they really know are the four in MDR. Yes, they've seen people from O&D or the goats, but they are really only supposed to know people from MDR. And I think that's for a reason, because if the different departments start talking to each other, they might figure out what Lumon is doing. And clearly, the board, who, again, we've never seen the board. Who is the board? Only Natalie knows the board.
The board agrees. And we'll be available to meet with you at the Eagan Family Gala next week to discuss this further. Details to come.
There's so much isolation where it doesn't make sense to be normal. And we know it's not normal, but it gives these cult vibes. Like, especially with Kier Eagan. Kier Eagan is basically God to them. They're kind of antichrist, and Kier is the only one that matters. We see statues of him or graphics in their little computers when they finish files.
I knew you could do it, Helly R. Even in your darkest moments, I could see you arriving here. In refining your macrodata file, you have brought glory to this company and to me, Kier Eagan. I love you. But now I must away, for there are others who need me around the world. Goodbye, Helly R, and thank you.
No, like that is so freaking weird to me. I don't get it. And it just like they're severed. Like, of course they don't know anything else, but Kier Eagan is like the reason that they live, the reason they want to finish their work and do well and get those waffle parties or the rewards, all of that. It's all because of Kier. And to make it even a little weirder, they have the Perpetuity Wing.
Jesus.
No, Kier.
It's his house?
A perfect replica.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Now, it's basically a museum of the Eagan family, but it's on the severed floor. So you need special clearances to be on the severed floor. Normally it's just severed people, but as we know, Milchek goes down there. Pretty sure he's not severed. Helly was down there not severed. There's so much that goes into it. And I just think it's so weird because why are you having a museum of someone that, yeah, he created the company, but a whole museum of like that whole family is so weird. And I just think that, like, I don't know, I would feel a little weird by it. And I know they're innies, so they don't know anything, but it's very, very weird. The next thing.
Not children, Mr. Milchick. We didn't do anything wrong.
Basically, like, they're treated like children. They have the waffle parties, dance parties, the break room, like all of that. Like the waffle parties is like a pizza party from middle school. Like it's such a small reward for all the work that they're doing. And yeah, you can say like, oh, they just put files into the box. I know, but they're stuck there. All they know is what they do at work. And that seems like such a little reward for someone or a company who has a whole museum of the founders. So that's weird. And then the break room in itself is like timeout, or like when you used to have to write on a paper a sentence, like, I will listen to my mom 100 times until it got through your brain. But the break room is a little more serious because Milchek is literally monitoring their heart. And if he knows you're not telling the truth, he'll make you say it again.
I'm afraid you still don't mean it.
People have been in there for like over a whole workday. Like, it is crazy the extent that they go to get it through their brain, and it's kind of like manipulation and gaslighting. Like, they're just curious, but they can't be curious because that's wrong, and they might figure out what Lumon does, which is like, it's so weird. Like, it seems so much like a cult. The last thing that I want to talk about with this theory is the goats. I think they sacrificed the goats because we see it towards the end of season 2.
Like, we're deciding which goats live and which ones. Oh, God.
I think the end goal for the cult theory is the resurrection of Kier. The second theory, which is, it's similar, but definitely not a cult, that they're cloning people or goats. So to talk about the goats, like, maybe there were a bunch of baby ones because they cloned like one. They got a baby goat and then cloned a bunch. And that's why they're not ready yet. They still have to like get bigger. Or people have said that they're using the goat's brains to kind of clone humans, which when we talk about Gemma and this, like, she was married to Mark in the Audi world, got in a car crash, was brain dead, had the funeral and everything. Mark was grieving, which is why he went and got severed, because he couldn't deal with his grief anymore. And like, he's an alcoholic. His Audi's an alcoholic. It's a lot. It's crazy. I mean, his wife died, the love of his life.
Mark?
Miss Casey.
She is Miss Casey, who is an innie. She's the wellness counselor, and Mark sees her on the severed floor, but they both have no idea that they used to be married. But at the same time, Gemma's going into all of these rooms because she is one of the people that Petey said.
No, I mean, you really don't get to leave, as in they're down there right now.
What, like chained up? Or...
Like, they don't leave. They're stuck there forever. So she is one of those people. And it's just a little weird because it's like they're rebuilding her consciousness. I don't know if it's from a goat or they're literally just rebuilding her brain from the files that are on the computer that MDR has to sort. So she's going into all these rooms towards the end, and the last one is probably the most heartbreaking for her, but she shows no emotion, and it's like they rewired her brain to forget about all of it, or they just cloned her but couldn't put in the stuff that gave her the most hurt and heartbreak. I don't know. I think that the cloning theory has a lot more kind of evidence. It could be both, but I think the cloning one kind of makes more sense because Gemma was brain dead. Like, the cops came to Mark's house. But it could also be because Lumon, maybe they were fake police officers. Like, who knows? Like, maybe Lumon has like close ties with the police, so they can run these experiments. I mean, I remember seeing the flashbacks with Gemma at the doctor, and the doctor that walked behind is the same one going into all these different rooms with her. So maybe that's where they met, and then it kind of just snowballed from there. We're going to keep doing research on what Lumon's endgame is, but if you want to hear more about the characters' fan theories, especially Irving, and maybe a little bit of Dylan, who knows, but Irving and Helly will be the two major fan theories for next week's episode, so tune back in and we will see what the heck is going on. Thank you. Bye.